Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Samira and this is
Toby,
and we are We Sabi. It has been quite a while, I know, but remember in the first video, what did we say?
Not consistency, but something. We're just going to communicate. Yeah, that's the word.
Like,
we just going to communicate with you guys.
Yeah, essentially, so we'll keep you guys in the loop. Yeah, and you've been kept in the loop, you know.
Yeah.
It's summer, finally. I don't think we've done this video summer, right?
Not yet.
Actually,
no,
so
yet.
like finally, like, well, it's summer, but then it's hot, man. It's hot.
Bruh.
Canada has no chill. Is either too cold or too hot. But anyways, we hope you guys have all been doing great. Our new subscribers, we welcome you to the channel. Enjoy. Anyway, so today our video, drum roll please. Nah, man.
Are you shaking it?
Toby, start the video.
So today, guys, our video, we're going to be talking about service. And I don't mean like... Anyway, I don't mean military.
You don't mean... Forget that, we don't mean serving people, like bartender.
Yeah, we mean like just like service to God, right? So we were thinking about what to talk about. Obviously in the channel, you know, content creating, finding content
to create.
Exactly.
As content creators.
Right on, guys. Anyways, so we're finding something to do, and we're like just talking about, you know, just like serving, like how it's not, at least from past videos, you guys know that we're both heavily involved in church, to some extent. She more than me. I can't mark myself. Yeah, definitely. You don't think so?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Yeah?
We're on the same level.
You say so. Anyway, Sha, it doesn't matter. It's good. It's good to this are things you want to compete about, right? It's God's work.
True. Because I'm trying to question something right now. Like,
good.
Is there something I should drop or not?
No.
Anyways,
but so we talking about that. We're just like, bro, like it's really for people that can relate. It's not easy, right?
It's not.
Yeah, it's not easy. So we're getting frustrated about stuff that happened. Quiet.
You need to start like that, you know.
I'm just saying, we're getting frustrated.
Don't just throw them under the bus. At least start from outside the window first before you get under the bus.
I mean, we're just talking about, like, you know, things that has happened. Like, if there's a significant thing that's ever happened in your Christian journey or whatever that really makes you question,
like, why am I here?
Exactly. Why am I here?
What am I doing?
Why am I doing what I'm doing? So basically,
like, why?
Exactly.
Pretty much.
That's why. So we just
we're going to share you guys first, actually. True. Like right now at this point in the video, just literally just tell us why you think you're doing what you're doing. If you are like doing service in church, and if your service is also to go and go to church on Sunday and warm the chair. Tell us why you are doing that.
It's good.
At least you are going. The chair is not empty.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I actually do know some people that like they want to serve, but their service is not within the church. It's more outside, like more or less evangelism. But they don't want to be part of the team as per to follow protocol. They do it on their own terms. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like there are people like that. So just tell us like what your form of service is essentially.
So you the mother in Israel. Yaoli. Go ahead, start.
You push come and carry your sister.
Say start.
I'm done with her. I'm finished. Blink 5 times. Okay, service. Right now, my current service is I'm part of a choir. I am. I take my role plenty.
Exactly.
I'm the president of my media team.
Okay.
At church. I'm also the president of the youth group.
Okay.
So it a finish. Like okay. It's too long. So like I don't know.
First of all, why do you do all of that?
No.
Was it something like
I don't think it's
or like
doing the things is not. I think generally service. I'm just somebody that I have to do something in church. I don't know if it is because of how I grew up, and it's just something I'm used to. It's just odd. I find it very odd to go to church and just pretty much be in the audience or in the congregation and then pack my bag and leave after. I feel like there's so much to do in a church that I just want to always get my hands. So, but choir is always my go-to because. Straight up. In fact, before I even talk, my mother used to help me do free interview. Like, my daughter can, before she finishes, I'm like, yes, I can sing. I know I'm welcome to the choir. Like, sometimes, because some days I'm like, okay, we're in a new church, let me at least, you know, let me know, like, you know, let me see.
Let me shop around to know which one I want to do.
She just used to just like that. We have go, but you know, it is what it is. But like, again, I enjoy doing that. Like, I feel like that's my default, no matter what. But media is a hobby even outside of church, so it's like the church kind of needed it, and I'm like, why not? It's helping me as well as the church. Like, I didn't study it, I'm growing in it. So and the more, like, media is something that the more you do it, the better you get at it. Yeah. It's also one of those form of arts, right? And I mean, the president of the youth group, well, I don't know, it just happened, man. Like, the previous president decided that I should be the next in line. I don't know what I did to deserve it. But at the end of the day, I feel like when you're being put in a position like that, this leadership position, it's kind of hard, but at the same time, it makes me, it's something that can help you in life. Like, it's not just,
it's true.
Like, depending on how you look at it, like, it's leadership. Like, you could implement what you're learning in even like your business, like how you relate with people. And I think I'm a very big fan of networking. So I think that is what I love most about being the president of the youth, because I had to talk to every newcomer, had to, like, you know, gist, like, you know, like, create these little small talks, and you get to, like, realize that there's some people that are struggling, there's some people that, like, if I met someone that, like, that will help to me, I'm like, I'm the president.
Excuse the background noise, guys. Sorry.
There's a parade going on in the making of this video. You guys probably not be seeing this video now, but today is Canada Day, which is July 1st. So that's the day this recording is being done. So if you see the video like August 1st, don't be angry. Yeah, you'll be fine. It just took a while to edit. As you can see, there's a lot going on in our lives. Yeah. But
see, all of that me is just actually I have just two things. Actually, two things. Yeah. So I'm in my what the fuck?
Don't worry, say what you say. I will tell you the remaining.
I'm in my youth choir. I'm in my main church's choir. And then I'm also like my youth president. That's all. No, there's more. What is the more?
Your mama get church. You are the coordinator,
bruh. Technical team. It's so true. And it's like
I'm worship leader.
I'm everything in that one church.
Secretary, administrator. She's running the food. As you see, she's the food church stuff like this. So let that deceive you.
But yeah, she's not wrong. My mom just started a ministry, guys. So like, check out
support the ministry. The link will be in the description.
Thank you. Yes, the link will be in the description. Don't be me. They do this thing. Say, oh no, and they get to my own channel. But yeah, so those are the things I do. Honestly speaking, like when we were talking about this video, even when we were like trying to come up with stuff to say, I'm just like, I don't really know how I started singing. Like, I don't think I'm the best singer. I don't even feel like I honestly feel like I feel like I've never had an opportunity to even like audition for like a music like a choir group. I don't remember that. It's just I don't remember. Maybe it's just a Nigerian church thing, but I really don't remember having to like audition. It's just one of those things. Is like, yeah, you want to join? Sure, welcome. Exactly.
Just come for rehearsal.
Exactly. And I think actually another thing, I don't do it here, but like at my old church, I actually used to also be the teacher, children's teacher, which me personally, I feel like that's where my service is. Honestly, I love kids to some extent. Let me not lie to you. There's always boundaries to everything. When you start giving me headache, I am done. Stay far away. But like, yeah, like honestly speaking, like I do love kids, and so that's where I feel like my service too. But like those are things that I do, and how I got into the kids one, I sorted out. Like that's what I want to do. And you know, I feel like I say this all a lot. I'm just like, is it in my forehead that I like kids? Because I just like, it's just I personally feel like kids naturally gravitate towards me. I think I also put out that energy too. And so it was just one of those things like, oh, it has been predestined for you, you know? So when I went to church, I did that.
Full stamp.
Exactly. And then choir was honestly just happened, and it's just continued to happen. Like now, from that point. Yeah, from that point. Now, but going into like the main purpose of the video, the why, and like
or the doubts.
I personally feel like, you know, when I think about these things, I think the doubts comes in, especially the enemy knows what he's doing there. Is the places where you know that, like, why am I even in here? In the first place? For example, like choir. I'm not going to lie to you. If my choir members are watching this, I love you guys. I really do. But not a but just like, you know, that's where the doubt is like, oh, should not be taking this nonsense. God forgive me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm saying, okay, we are serving God at the end of the day. It's just, I feel like, me personally, I'm not a person that really likes boundaries. I don't like, I'm very, very big on, no matter how much I smile and play with you, don't step on my toes, because I just feel like,
which is normal.
Yeah, but like, exactly, like, you have boundaries.
Have
like,
a bubble around
exactly,
you.
Like, you know, for nonsense, like, what's causing all this?
Familiarity.
Yeah, no, we're all in the kingdom of God. We're all working to do things. However, you need to respect me the way I respect you. And so when things happen, it's like, bro, I'm not necessarily, I could be doing something else, and like, why this, why that? Like, that's where the but then when I was doing things in the children's church, what I actually sorted out to do, no matter what happened, no matter the disrespect I got, I didn't really care about it. So when I'm thinking about this, I'm just like, bro, maybe it's because we're not necessarily doing the things that we really want to do, but the things that we're thrown into doing. That's where the why and the doubts and all of that come in. But I'm going to give you guys a story of, like, let me give you a very old story that actually made me, first of all, it made me question my faith, and it made me question why I was serving in the first place. So a couple years ago, I can't remember when, and I feel like if I'm saying this, people that know me will know what church it happened. I had a dress on. It's always clothing. First of all, guys, if you're a deacon, if you're a deaconess, mind your business.
Wow.
If my mama and papa, I'm just saying, if my mama and papa saw me leave my house in what I'm wearing, I not complain. No offense.
Who are you, bro?
Who are you? That's all I have to say. However, moving on to my story.
All these answers that did not give them label.
I was wearing like a dress, and quite alright. It's not my fault. God just endowed me. You cannot hide. You cannot hide
God's glory.
I'm just saying.
What?
So God endowed me. So like,
the bosom was bosoming.
I'm wearing things that for other people when they wear it is not a problem. Now obviously, like, I think in our period we talked about body dysmorphia and all that.
Yeah.
I do wear a lot of things that are very big on me and all that. But once in a while, it's like when I want to remind myself who the heck I is.
Sure,
exactly.
Off,
I do wear like not short or like revealing, but like it just happens to show my shape. I'm sorry. So
figure. A woman with figures.
And so this deacon at the end of, actually no, right before service was over, because I went to go use the washroom and I was coming out. First of all, this man had finished leading prayer session.
Oh wow, it was a man safe. I thought
it was a man. That's the only one that even pissed me the most. So he comes up to me and he's like, Sir Toby. I'm like, yes sir, good evening sir, good afternoon sir, whatever it is. I was like, that's good morning, which all of them shall join, because I'm like, I don't talk to you like that. Like, what's the issue? And he's like, oh, Sir Toby, like what's your? He's like, first of all, he's like, you look good. I'm like, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sir.
Okay.
Like, what's this? Like, where's this coming from? Please land. That's why I was just land. What do you want to say? If I was saying you look good and you're looking me up and down, say, bro.
You thought I was going to toast you?
No. I never think he was going to toast me. No. Okay. I was thinking, I knew where he was landing. I was like, just stop, just say what you have to say. And he's like, it looks like you're wearing. He literally tries to map out the color of pants I'm wearing. Now, mind you guys, I'm remembering.
Wait. Continue.
I was wearing a green dress. If I can link it, I'll try and find the dress and show you guys. I'll send it to you so that you post it. I was wearing this dress, and it's green. The material, there was no way. And when I'm wearing dresses that are tight, I usually wear, what they call those things again?
What, the cyclas?
Like, yeah, the cyclas. I wear cyclas underneath it. So I already knew, tights. I already knew that there was no way, shape, or form that my pants line was showing, and that was. So for you to have tried,
you must have been
staring.
Your eye, guy, X-ray.
In fact, he was going really seriously.
He zoomed and magnified.
Bro, I'm just like. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I'm not going to lie to you. First of all, I lost all respect for that man that day, because I'm like, obviously you were staring at me too long. And then the fact that you chose to come talk to me in church during church service, not at the end of church service, you know what I mean? Like, it's when you approach someone with something like that, just really made me like, yeah, that's not it. So that day I'm just like, bro, it's because, first of all, like, it's because I come to church. It's because I'm in church. If I wore this dress in a club, nobody will be asking me why am I wearing this dress, or what kind of shape of pant am I wearing. Honestly speaking, it's because I'm in church. That's why this disrespect was there. That was why I was like, you know what, that's it.
I think so. One thing that when we brought about this topic, As much as like I think it's just a human being thing. It's no longer. I don't think it's just the church because okay, something happened at work. So I work with a daycare facility, right? But then and then we share a classroom with the actual school, right? So essentially, at a certain time, the school's on. Once school closes, that room becomes for the daycare.
The space.
Pretty much same space, right? Now the teacher for that classroom has the biggest issue with the fact that we're there. As per the daycare, people are there, and it's like, oh, we touched her own toys. So there's even like we can't touch their toys, or the kids can't touch their toys. So, no, I play with the toys to be like, get the point. Like the kids can't play with the toys for the school. It's hers. Even like as little as the marker, we can't use the same marker she uses, right, to write on the board. She's like, oh, at least she's giving us the board. I'm like, so she uses our tongue to write on it. So like she gets very angry. So one day, like, you know, I was in the room and you know the kids were outside, and I was trying to create like an activity for the kids when they come back in. And then she happened to be in the room, and I just mentioned one day, I'm like, I just have a very quick question. I asked her sincerely, I'm like, you seem to always be really angry, especially like during this period. Like I was like, are you like stressed? Is your like how's your day go? Like what's your typical day in the classroom? Like, don't get me wrong, anybody that handles kids, I give you kudos. Like that's a bunch of kids, and we're talking about kindergartens, and like what's the highest age for? So it's like they are noisy, rowdy, you know what I mean? So and you're here with them like for hours, so maybe your day is always bad, but like I don't think you should let it reflect, because the kids, sometimes even kids, because it's like it's 3 o'clock, so school has ended, now they're in daycare, and we know the kids are like, oh, bye miss this, bye miss that. She's like, go to your teacher, you're in daycare, I don't own you anymore. Like she said that to a child, right? So like, you know, it pushed me to pretty much ask, like pretty much the story just boiled down to, you see, at the end of the day, this school and the daycare, to me, at the end of the day, whatever both of us are doing is for the good of the child, not for how, it's not how you feel. Yeah, it's what the child feels, right? So, and that was what I told her. I'm like, what I'm trying to do was best for the kids. Don't get me wrong, like I understand, I'm like that, so I'm clean. I put something in place, I want to find it there tomorrow. I'm like, you can let us know that, okay, like we share this and everything, and like what adults, there could be rules, there could be rules and all that, but that doesn't mean you just tell us that, oh, we cannot access 80% of the classroom. Like it's so bad, we had to buy covers so that the kids don't touch certain things. We cover up the spaces. I did that at my own daycare. So I'm like, it's too much, right? And I was just telling her, I'm just like, I don't know. I was like, look, I feel like I spend longer time with the kids than you do, because I'm there in the morning, I'm there in the afternoon, in the evening. I'm like, I can get it completely. I get frustrated too some days, but I'm just like, don't be thinking about yourself only. Like if you want to be in this job, like I think you need to rethink why you're here. Now when it comes to church, we are all trying to serve. But it's like there's this attitude that comes with it. It's like, oh, the elderly ones are looking for respect, which comes in the cultural aspect of it. Like, oh, you can't so essentially the way Nigerian parents, oh, because they're older, automatically they're never wrong. They don't want to take correction. They feel like, oh, what they say is what goes. They're not willing to learn. They're not willing to accept certain things that, oh, their way is not the right way. Because it's either your way or the highway. Like it shouldn't be like that. Like the conclusion is for us to like essentially praise God. I mean, is the goal not heaven again? The goal is still heaven for each and every one of us. So it's like, why bring all your, the Bible says come as you are. I should not be coming to church with the fear of like, oh, I don't want to annoy this person today, or I want to dress to suit what this person. It shouldn't work like that. You know, like yes, and I'm not also saying that go to church wearing brown pants. No, like you too, you should have the common decency. And then like, when people was like, oh, if my parents saw me that way, like my parents, so I respect my parents. I'm not going to come and disrespect them because of the way I look. I was brought up properly, and I mean, no matter what I wear, like I am pretty much representing my entire family name. Outside, inside, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go outside and acting like, no, I don't have home training. Now there are some kids that do, but everybody carry your own cross. But but it's just like there should be some sort of English. This is the time you just feel me. But anyways,
I don't even know what you're trying to say that. I cannot help you, sorry.
There should just be, we should all be working together. So that togetherness is where we are missing it completely. I just feel like that is the foundation of the problem. Nobody wants to work with this person. Everybody has some internal kind of beef. Like, to be honest, it's so annoying because some people just don't like you because maybe you always dress so good. It's ridiculous.
True. No, it's actually true. It's like, oh, you know what's so funny? That thing that you said. So made a statement. I didn't know that that's why she felt that way. So I just felt like, you know, sometimes you don't necessarily, no one has to say that they don't like you. You kind of sense that this person is like, yep. me run you. In fact,
she doesn't care.
I will come and greet you. Good morning. No, how are the kids? In fact, it was my
smile and shine it and walk away, bro. So,
but one day she made a statement. I'm like, you know, she was basically saying to you about like,
just like that.
Just like that. God almighty. And I'm just like, sorry. And I went back to meet her. I'm like, sorry, Mao. I'll be bony face now.
Abi?
And I walked away. So later on, I found out that this person was angry because, so like, you know how like your inquiry or something, okay, my inquiry, and I did not this one church, but like in that church, then even still now, they call it color. Right?
Oh, okay, like, yeah, dress code.
They call it dress code. So, basically,
she was angry because
I was not wearing enough of the color.
Enough
of the color. So, basically, like, oh, you're not wearing, like, let's say, for example, like, they call blue. I was wearing, like, let's say, a shirt that had blue, white, and green, like, striped, but there was blue there, right? She's like, okay, but basically, I get away with it all the time. Like, I dress, in her own mind, I dress however I want. Oh. I don't fit like the church's skinny. So when someone, you know what's not for, if someone now called me to tell me that that's what happened, you know, the next time in choir practice, I'm like, sorry, you. If like say you have to start putting money together to buy our wardrobe, because if we are not dressing the way you want, there has to be something. Me, I cannot call every day. You call a caller, I'll go and buy clothes that fit the color. Who I be? And I'm not Dangote's daughter. So like some people just, it's the littlest thing that just makes them carry your matter on their head.
That's your focus is just off.
Exactly.
Why is that?
Why is that a priority? Are we not supposed to be on all of that? You're not going to be saying as if no, you're wearing the blue color set even helps you. So I'm just saying, like, I'm not even trying to be rude, but it's just like there's other things that should be priority. So like as you're talking, I was remembering something. So I had one incident that happened a long time. I'm not even going to go into details because it's just like a whole bunch of drama. But the cocoa though, this person thought I was seducing her husband. I've seen it all. And so I've actually seen it all. Honestly speaking, I've seen it all.
I'm done.
My mother is she's like, who is this person? Because she doesn't know about this issue. So I thought I was seducing her husband. And so she came up to me and said something like, sorry, ma, you know. Anytime, in fact, I even the distance I used to greet this man. Yes, sir, good afternoon. No. You know that kind of thing where
you're just trying to
sure, sir. You know that kind of thing. So I used to do that.
Can you imagine?
because of that incident, I personally realized that I didn't even know. It took me a very long time. I realized that every Sunday, every time I realized it was Sunday, like I feel like I don't want to go to church. Because I'm just like, oh my goodness, it's like I had to deal with all of that. It's like I felt like I could not be too happy, I could not be high. If people that know me, it's like, okay, when I'm in that mood, I'm very, very joyous. I'm like, you know, how's your day? Like I like to do all of that. Yeah. Right. So because I decided to become very, very self-conscious, and then it started becoming I was not happy to go to church, and because of that, people that are like, oh, why are you not happy? And so I don't want to get that. I started putting up a face where it's like a mask was like, I'm angry. Don't come and talk to me. For years, this went on for years. It's like I was so unhappy to go to church every Sunday morning. It was one day I'm just like, bro, why exactly am I so always hungry every Sunday morning to go to church?
And it shouldn't be, man.
I had left this church, gone to a different state, and the whole thing was still following me around. So I'm like, yeah, it was just like, no, see, like,
we bless God for where we are at the end of the day, because
that's it.
Yeah, I didn't even talk about my experiences because it's just, like, so the thing is, my typical Sunday morning, if you know me, you know me, I literally smile. Because it's like, I have my own problems, but it's only me and my God. At the end of the day, so I come to church, I'm like, I've not seen you the whole week. I smile, greet you, hi, hello. If you want to talk a little bit there, we have like a local chit chat here and there. And I go to my house and continue dealing with my problems. Like, and I'm not saying that if you come with your problems on your face too, the Lord will not accept you. But I just feel like, because I'm having an issue doesn't mean I should carry my belief is that I don't feel I should carry it on my face, even in church, because you know some church members don't like to mind their business. That's why they come and be like, do you need me to pray with you, blah blah. I'm like, I'm dealing with it on my own. If I need help, I'll walk up to you. Like, you know, I've had a couple of people, And then it's just one of those things too. Like some days I go to church and it's just I'm not in the mood. So, to be honest, sometimes I'm just having cramps. Let's say, and then that morning I'm just sitting down my own, minding my business, trying to in my head. I'm like, oh Lord, take this pain away. And then somebody's like, do you need prayers? Do you need? And then you now start assuming what's wrong, which is what pisses me off. And then the recent assumption is, no man has found you. Don't worry, we'll pray with you.
Guys, mind your business.
Come on.
Honestly speaking, like PSA, mind your business.
What if I don't want to marry?
Mind your business. That's it.
Like it's like don't. And then, so things like that, like we ended like going to church. So it's like at the end of the day, the reason why I'm going to church just diverts because you have to deal with different characteristics of people, and it just doesn't work anyways. Well, I don't think anybody has ever done anything to the point where it has made me doubt my faith or anything, but it has made me not to be happy where I am. Like, okay, that day is like, I'm in church. It's just like, okay, let me just mind my business, do what I gotta do and get out. I'm not happy doing it. It's like, at this point, it's just like it's a to-do list, like a checklist. Just get it done and get out. Like, fulfill all righteousness. I've had days like that. I've had times where I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should not go to church for a while. Let me stay home and, I do formats, resets, reboots, and then go back again. But it's like I do that, and then it's just go back and then collect some more shit. Pardon my language. Collect some more absolute errant nonsense. And I just put it. It's just again, it doesn't matter the age. Like I'm not saying that we go to church and disrespect everybody. They are demanding, but I'm not gonna go on my knees and greet you good morning because that's how you like to be greeted. The way I greet good morning, you take it or you leave it, and if you don't like it, don't even answer my greeting, walk away. And in fact, me, I don't even used to stress. There's something I do to people. If I treat you a certain way and I notice that, maybe I greeted you and you purposely did not answer me, next time I will not hide from you. I would actually walk past you, and then when you tell me I did not greet you, I'm like, but I did last week, you didn't answer me, so if you answer me now, maybe I'll greet you next week. I'm very direct about it. And because I think it's also because like within years of going to different churches, I've kind of learned, like, if you let people walk on you, they will, in fact, they will match you well. In fact,
they will stomp on you very
Do you know
well.
what I mean? Like you will flat at the end when they are done with you. People feel like, oh my mom's in church, so you feel like, when I do something, go report me to my mother. Thank God for the mother I have. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. But to be honest, like, that's me. I really feel like it sounds like we're really pained, but it's just at the end of the day, I don't think don't let people get to you.
Honestly speaking, like, see, all those things that we are saying, we are still both heavily involved. Like, it's such a because
it's not changing anything.
It doesn't change anything. I think the
and you really learn from it.
You really learn. That's why I said, like for example, how she was saying that she doesn't know what she did to deserve, like, the presidency. I'm not gonna lie to you. Me personally, in fact, I saw the things you were doing to deserve it. Me, my life, that thing fell on my hand. Forget. I don't know how. Why? When they look me and say
from head to toe,
I say it's me. Obviously, I'm not saying that I cannot lead. I think I can do a pretty good job, But like, it's just not something I expected. Especially since I just started that church, so it was like, okay, where it's coming from, But like, being in that position makes me realize that there's so many, like, whatever position you are in, sometimes it's not to even serve anyone. It's just that God wants you to learn something. And so, like, now, like, as I go through the things that I'm doing, even things that I don't want to be there, even though when things that piss me off, it's like, ooh, it's because I'm a child of God. It's only the grace of God.
I'm holding on to the breath of the Holy Ghost.
But even when things are just like, you know what? There's a lesson to be learned here. It's like when someone says something disrespectful to me.
It's a lesson.
Oh, hello. When someone disrespects me, I was like, you know what? That disrespect is good. So next time someone says something, I know how to handle it, So it's like, really teaches you a lot of things. And apart from that, it's also the blessings that you get doing these things. At the end of the day, it's God that we're serving.
Heaven is still the goal.
Heaven is still the goal. The blessings that you are getting is...
You're not sharing it with anybody.
It really is way, way, way bigger than all the nonsense that I feel like
it compensates for
everything. It really does compensate. It's sad to say that, but like it is what it is.
Because obviously nobody is going through hard times and tell you that the results will be good. Like but we're telling you the result will be good because
it really
at the end of the day, we serve a living.
And then also you also like I think another thing I've learned is that even with all those things, at least for me, let me just use choir as an example. Like, and I do not the choir I'm in. Let's not be like people are thinking is no. I just mean in general. I have learned that even within the choir, as much as a lot of things happen and like there's just sometimes that picks on you or does whatever it is that they do, for some reason it's just like there's always going to be that one person in that same organization, that group, that just like is your saving grace. You know what I mean? It's like they will ride for you, they will die for you, they will do everything for you, right? So pretty much like God brings gold literally out of nonsense. Sand. Like literally he just brings the best out of nothing. So keep doing you, but like guys, let's know your opinion. Has there been something? I like to read. I can read. You can narrate it in the comment section. It's fine. Has there been something that someone has done that made you be like, bro, it's not even worth it? It's not. Like okay, it is worth it, but like you know what I mean. Like at that moment, like nah, I'd rather do something else. Like it's because I'm in church. Like me. It's because I'm in church. If I was in club, you would not be complaining. But yeah,
I do have two things to say. I don't know whether I'll call them advices, but at least two things that I feel have really stuck with me. Is one, don't get into a situation and then be like, no, maybe a different church would be better.
It's true. It will not help. It will not help.
It will not help, because honestly, find where like that you're worshiping and you're actually growing in your faith, like, and just stay there. It doesn't, as long as your Christian life is growing, every other thing is a counterfeit. And then secondly is, your first response should not come from like, don't let your emotions get ahead of you.
It should not come from a place of bitterness. Because they've done this to me. Like defense mode all the time.
Don't do that. And it when it has to do with things that are verbal, like let's say, as I said, like somebody did something to me that day, or let's say somebody talks to me randomly in church, I tend not to respond. I don't respond immediately. I let myself like, because I can't say something I regret. You know what I mean? You don't want to put yourself in a situation whereby like you don't have control over your emotions. Get your emotions in check. I just, for me, or maybe because my emotions were not in check before. But right now, it's like you could say a full paragraph, have your full complaint, and I'll tell you, okay, no problem, I understand. I might not understand. I'll go home, sit down, replay everything you did, and then I'll probably come to you with a response a week after. I do that a lot to people, and people just feel like, some people actually think it's rude that I don't give a response. Right there, some people, they're like hot and they're like, they're angry, and then all I tell them is, okay, I understand. For them, it's weird. And they're just like, can you imagine? I said all of this. But I'm like, for me, if I will respond to you at that moment, you will hate me. And there's
nothing to say.
There's no point.
I was joking in the car yesterday when I was saying this, but like it's actually, I don't even know where I heard this from, but it's actually stuck in me. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't talk at all. Like that's actually a very good thing. And another thing that helps me personally, I'm not going to, maybe it's because I also have a very short memory span. Honestly, oh my God. Like the one thing that I really do is, and that's why I think that's one of the reasons why me personally I don't naturally go with I don't talk immediately. Like obviously I don't talk out of bitterness, but I usually give you a response immediately. Because that person I am is that once I said it over, I'm done. Like I'm not.
She doesn't hold the grudge.
Yeah, once I leave that circumference or that scenario, that area that I am, it has left my head. That's how I am. In everything I do, it has left my head. If you talk to me and you are talking, and I say what I have to do, if I step away from you, I'm done. I can come back to you and start laughing and playing, because why? It has done. Like it's done. Like I'm actually really done. Like me personally, I just feel like there's no point in holding. There's no point in holding things in, and that's how I navigate life. And I think it will really help. Just
because it could cause overthinking.
Exactly. Things are very temporary.
Things
are we personally as humans, we like to overplay things. Things are very, very temporary. Like the only thing that is permanent and is eternity and heaven. That's what we are all trying to get to. Exactly, that's what we're all trying to go to. So everything else is just after this 4 corner like this, that drop like that. Like that's it.
It's good, Like, anyways, we really hope that we're able to
out of our rambling,
you got something out of it, and like we really do want to hear from you.
I want to hear,
like, let us know what are your experiences, what are the things that you think can help. Like again, as I always say, we're always growing, we're learning from each other.
Sorry, PSS, just because I feel like, I might get in trouble for this in the future. So when I said redeem, it's not that I don't like redeem. Let me just put that out here. I'm not saying that redeem is terrible or I'm just saying that,
it's the church that works for me.
That's the church I go to right now. So that's what I've been going to for a while. So like that's the doctrines I'm very, very familiar with. And so that's why I think
exactly. I can't talk about Catholic Church. I've been in
Catholic churches. So we can start there, but then it will not be like we're going, is it denominations we are trying to fight? It's not denominations,
exactly.
It's just
we're just talking about like
in general
the church. At the end of the day, it's not the type of church. We are the church, right? True. So we're talking about the people.
Now we are the church. Sorry.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. If you made it to this point and you've not subscribed, please do subscribe, like the video, share the video if you feel like there's somebody that needs to hear something we've said, something you think can help someone. Share the video to someone.
Also, guys, we need more like story times, like you guys do story times. So like DM us stuff, like
to react.
Yeah, so that we can react to people. What's going on?
Anonymous. We are very confidential.
Yeah, we'll not say anything. Trust me. Like no one's going to hear. Except you guys, but they don't know who it is. Yeah, but like let us know, please. What's going on?
I know, right? You all start sending.
You sounds like it's not that juicy. And what's going on? Please go and cause trouble. So go and give us quality content. I'm joking.
Anyways,
yeah. Peace.